Myrtle and Tompkins in Bed-Stuy, a massive police presence on the ground and in the air after the shooting of 2 police officers.
About 4 or 5 shots.
This witness heard the gunfire and came running and saw one of the police officers being taken away lifeless.
His face was messed up. Like he got hit with some high-power caliber gun.
The 2 officers were just sitting in their patrol car when they were shot, according to local city councilman Robert Cornegie.
They were actually on post here as a part of an initiative, somebody came upon them.
A couple of blocks away, a suspect taken from a subway station in grave condition under heavy police presence. Councilman Cornegie says the shooting of 2 police officers is a tragedy that couldn't have come at a worse time, he says.
Everybody's feeling different things, but I don't think anybody in their right mind called for the death of an officer.
We have reached one of those times where blunt and frank words are needed, where we have to take off the verbal gloves and face facts as they are, no matter how they may disgust or frighten us. We are at war in America. There's no denying this. Every single one of us, no matter where we live, the color of our skin, the DNA of our birth, we are in this war because of the vile, evil, racist, hateful bile flooding America by those who see nothing in murder but an agenda, their agenda, meant to eagerly fan the flames of hate and ply their bank accounts or voting stats with plenty of numbers from the mind-numbing sycophants who never take the time to consider the effects of their actions.
To be very, very honest with you, in the South has not always been the friendliest place for African Americans. It's been a difficult time for the president to present himself in a very positive light as a leader. It's not always been a good place for women to be able to present ourselves. It's more of a conservative place. So we've had to work a little bit harder on that. But, but the people trust me, I believe. Really, they do, to trust me to do the right thing for the state.
Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal immediately slammed those comments, calling them remarkably divisive, saying, quote, implied in her comments is the clear suggestion that President Obama and his policies are unpopular in Louisiana because of his ethnicity. That is a major insult by Senator Landrieu to the people of Louisiana, and I flatly reject it.
Don't be so surprised that in the wake of what happened this weekend, I'm including what to some might seem a nebulous slice of interview from a has-been politician. Because what Mary Landrieu said here is endemic of the entire discourse. Landrieu, like so many others, uses race as an excuse, something convenient to blame for her shortcomings and dismal failures. And using race is just so easy for those who never take into account the ramifications of words. Hey, but don't worry, meandering Mary. You have so much to learn from the master of bombastic race baiting.
We will continue to fight for a new level of accountability of policing in this country. Michael Brown will not be remembered for the ashes from buildings burned in Ferguson. He will be remembered for new legislation and the upholding of law that protects citizens in the country.
Forget about eyewitness testimony, never mind the evidence. Forget that if Brown and Gardner didn't break the law in the first place, they'd both be alive today. Hammer away at the cops. Use them as tools to increase donations. Don't seek to foster peace in any form of understanding. Just keep using every farcical racial tool in your kit to keep a lemmings-like population following you down the road to violence. Within hours of the murder of those cops, a source sent me a link to a YouTube video that had been posted with screenshots of Twitter comments from those who not only agreed with the killings, but wanted more. Blind hate, seething evil to seek assassinations. Cretins like Al Sharpton and his ilk, who every single day claim they hold no grudge against law enforcement, yet double-talk their way through apologies and do nothing to stop the violence, choosing instead to incite riots, roving bands of human filth, calling for more dead cops. For those of you spitting and whining about this being a partisan attack and not including the usual sewer spewers from the right, hey, grow up. You're part of the problem, too. It's right, left, in between. It's white, racist, black racists, every known shade. The blood of these cops is on the hands of the phony Reverend Sharpton, the race tuggers, the president even. Some people say it's his fault as well. But the putrid, apologetic left who won't think twice about slamming cops while being projected and protected by some. And the nut job right who can only scream invectives instead of seeking answers. You all make America power vomit. The sooner we call you out, the better. And that's exactly what we're going to do here every single day. And that is telling it like it is. Rock on, true believers.